Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura Train Mama. Today we are having a look at the first story contained within this Thomas and Friends magazine. This is the Summer Playset. It's newly released for August 2025. The issue number is 851. So without further ado, let's dive in. Rockets fall. One morning, Thomas rushed to Brenham Docks in great excitement. It was the day that a rocket had been launched from Sodor and was going to land in the sea. Thomas was very keen to see the rocket, even though it was a long way out at sea. "Maybe I can ask if there's a job for me," said Thomas. At Brenham Docks, he met Carly as Cranky was hoisting her onto a floating platform that Bulstrode was towing. "My job is to bring the rocket's capsule safely into Bulstrode's barge," said Carly. Thomas was keen to have a job to do, so he could watch the rocket land. But in his excitement, he managed to roll off the dock and into a net. Oops! Thomas was still allowed to help as they needed someone to balance the platform Carly was on. "You can be the counterweight," said Bulstrode. Thomas was pleased to help, even though he was still in the net. Out at sea, Harold spotted the capsule landing. It was up to him to grab the capsule with his magnet and pass it to Carly. "I can see the capsule." Just as Carly hooked the capsule, Thomas moved forward for a better look and unbalanced the platform. "Whoa!" shouted Carly. The capsule plopped back into the water and Carly and Harold got tangled together. "I think the only thing that we can do is fly to shore," said Harold. "Good idea. Sandy can get us untangled there," replied Carly. Meanwhile, the capsule was drifting towards the shore. Thomas felt bad that he'd made a mess of things, but he had a plan to help. "Bulstrode, how quickly can you get me to Harwick?" asked Thomas. Back on land, Thomas raced as fast as he could to the Sudbury drawbridge. He took the net he had been tangled up in and draped it over the drawbridge so it hung down. As the capsule came near the bridge, it got stuck in the net. Thomas used the bridge controls to lift the capsule out of the water and then placed it back down on Bulstrode once he was underneath. "Job well done, Thomas. You paid attention to what needed doing and you did it," said Bulstrode. Finally, the capsule was in place on land. Thomas still felt bad he had caused the problem. "Once you learned how best to help, you helped a lot," said Carly. The end.